Here's my opening announcement. James Farley is first. That's right, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the episode of Psycho's Platters, always powered by coffee each and every time. Not sponsored by Snoopy and Christmas House, but that's okay. Doesn't have to be. We're already going into February. I'm telling you, she's good. January, good or bad for you people. Boom. We're almost done with this month. Tomorrow, 31st. Tomorrow. It's always never. I always forget there's 31 days in January. Isn't there what is it that they used to teach us in grade school? 30 days, half September. I don't remember the rest of the damn thing. Anyways, Nick, you can thank Mello D for that. Mello has come up with some really cool intros for this show. Brandon from Australia. That's right. I keep forgetting it's morning over there. Good morning to you. I hope you're having some really good stuff for breakfast this morning. Like I said, always powered by coffee each and every time here. Doesn't matter what time of day. Now I finished up with the Better Goods, whatever. Now I have IHOP. It was on rollback. Medium blend. Yeah, IHOP's into coffee now too. Who isn't? Coffee's an easy moneymaker. Some people have jokingly gone off and told me, well, Psycho, maybe you should get into coffee. I ain't that good. Could you imagine, though, having like a Psycho's Platters roast? Oh, my God. I don't know. My people's minds would be, and certain people's probably intestines, but whatever, I digress. Anyways, guys, I want to thank the 15 people in here already. I appreciate it so much. Mayo Raid, yowza. I even let him know, too. And Danny, and a few others. It's a lie. Psycho's really shredding in the edge. Yeah, right. I know. You know what? I couldn't even competently play bass when I was in high school. I tried. I actually did have an attempt at a rock band for a month. We ain't gonna ever talk about that. It was not that good. Yo, Nicky, my brother. But anyways, guys. Yeah, is Mello in the chat today? Well, here he is. Mello is in the chat today. So like I said, hopefully everybody's doing good. I know I'm a little late. I was hoping to go for 5:30 today, but I was finishing up research. I took a mini nap. I had a good day yesterday, if you will, into today. I had a good day. I decided that I was going to try at least once a month or once every other month to disappear for a day and take myself pretty much off the grid. I got a reasonably priced hotel room, okay, Walmart rate, and sometimes it'd be me, sometimes plus one. Point of the matter is that I got to just chillax all afternoon, evening, even early this morning. Had a great breakfast too. Oh man, not no cereal, toast, and coffee. No, this place gives you a deluxe. It is very tasty. Biscuits and gravy and scrambled eggs and sausage patties and country potatoes. Yum, yum. Coffee could have been better though. Came out of a machine though, it wasn't out of a carafe. Oh yes, a carafe. Excuse me. Yes, he is here on his other channel. He's got Clownfist and Apple Pits. Apple Pits does almost sound like a cereal from Kellogg's. Part of your complete breakfast has 16 vitamins and minerals and pits of apples. Kellogg's Apple Pits. I made a fake commercial once for high school. Yeah, I know that's part of what we're going to talk about today, Chris. I couldn't believe it. I found out about that this afternoon. I'm like, what the hell? And that's why we'll explain later, of course, the whole reason for 1,000 times VC. I'll be faithful to. Oh man, I forgot to put something in that. Shit, can I fix that? I can edit it. Faithful to, oh boy, hang on a minute. Sure, I know my English. You. With aerial ballet there. That's better. Oh boy. Seiko knows his English. Not really. Anyways, I had to go to the doctor's today too. Paul got a $20 hoe and did some go. Oh, that's funny. You know, I never did drugs. Seriously. I mean, it took me to 55 to smoke some green, and I got nothing, no effect out of it. But believe you me, one of my lady friends gave me a whole dab on accident. Boom, 12 hours. I had back pain before I took that dab. Didn't have back pain for a week. Hallelujah. I know, right? Big time fact. Does Roy Rogers do that? That Roy Rogers chain, or is it just like an IHOP and a Denny's and such? Because I love me some good breakfast buffet. I love me some good breakfast buffet. I wonder where Elvis would go if he didn't have Graceland. Come on, Memphis Mafia. Let's go have ourselves a breakfast buffet. Hoo-ha. It starts at 5 in the morning. We're going to go there, crack at the dawn here. Barely anybody there. We'll be able to eat everything we want inside and then some. And he would take his dozen people with him, what the hell. I wonder what Elvis's favorite breakfast food was. Honestly, we know about the mysterious golden loaf, ladies and gentlemen. I said golden loaf. Why there wasn't an album title called Golden Loaf or a band? Somebody quickly trademarked that. Oh, God. I will cough on your food. I don't know why it came out that way, Paul. I will cough on your food. Where are your panel members? Well, I haven't invited anybody up yet, silly Willy. We're getting there. Arby's style breakfast. What the fuck's that? What's that mean? I know. Wait a minute. Arby's doesn't do breakfast. They have the meats, but they don't do breakfast. Hey, girlfriend. I don't know why I said like, hey, girlfriend. Oh, look who it is. It's Sharon. I don't know why I'm doing it like that either. I thought you said colon blow. That's right. One bowl of colon blow equals 400 bowls of all the other. Phil Hardman, my God, that ad is great. Get up there, Chris. Show him how it's done. Hello, Cy. Hello, Oops. God, I love blueberry pancakes. I do. If you go to iSkip, they got that. You know what? You get the blueberry pancakes, and then you can put the blueberry syrup on the blueberry pancakes. But I'm an evil bastard. I'm an evil breakfast bastard. Okay. If I'm going to iSkip, I want all the syrups on the table. Okay. Because I'm going to put a little of each and every one of them and mix it all together on the pancakes. Mm-hmm. I want that flavor orgasm in my mouth. Come to think of it, I would like another syrup orgasm. That's a private joke, only someone knows. Neither does Roy Rogers. That son of a bitch, Roy Rogers. He's dead and he still haunts us. What about Trigger? Does he have anything? Never mind. Wait a minute. We don't have to worry about it. Trigger already was stuffed. Oh my. That's horrible. Hold on a second. That was weird. A fool's gold. Why did I thought it was called golden loaf? That sounds better though. Here's your golden loaf. Although I guess, oh no, here we go. That's what they call King Midas when he took a shit. That's a golden loaf. I should be ashamed. I'll be your Huckleberry. I swear to God, this is not Irish coffee as much as I'm just ornery unnaturally. Sure, whatever. You know what? I'm going to tell you something, Chris. Bob Evans was here in Northwest Arkansas for about a year. I don't know what happened other than the shitty customer service. I heard about this. Reading reviews does count. And I guess it got so bad. Something must have went down. They destroyed the damn building like within 6 months after they left. How about that? They ended up destroying the building, and what's there now is a red robin. Yum. Snosberry pancakes are really big with the Oompa Loompas, I heard. Oh, I bet. Because with the Oompa Loompas, that's the only thing that would be big. Hey, Sean, how you doing? That breakfast sounds evil, Paul, and delicious, and part of a nutritious bread. I swear to you, I'm not drunk. I just don't know why. I'm just being very goofy today. Pika. Chew. Pico chew. Shit. Pokemon will sue my ass now, like everybody else. Nick. No, I have not. It's all from in here. It's all from in here. Although I do have to tell you something that made me laugh. Do you know Uncle Filthy, who used to wrestle? No, but that sounds funny, Uncle Filthy. Your stuff's done already. I did it hours ago. Why? Because I'm a good father. Anywho, hi, Nick, as he's like, whatever. So I got to tell you a little story. This is a true story. I had to go to the doctor's office today. Okay. Yesterday I went for my injection. Today I had to go see the general practitioner. What fun that is! Not. Needless to say, so I'm sitting here. I just get in the waiting room. I'm waiting, and I'm talking with with a very dear friend of mine. On phone, and I said, my God, I haven't even sat down for 2 minutes, and these 3 things happen. One, there's a couple across from me. Now, I'm wearing sunglasses, which I forgot to get the other glasses on like these. I have my sunglasses help my driving, believe it or not, and then this sort of helps here. And so I had my sunglasses on. I didn't have to really look at these people. I just was seeing what I was seeing by sunglasses while I'm on the phone. So the people across from me they're an elderly couple having a minor argument. Like, I really need to hear this, and nobody else does either in the waiting room. So you didn't hear me. Yes, I did. Texas. You said Texas. And he goes, but that wasn't all I said. That bullshit if you've been married for many, 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 many years. So minor argument was in front of me, right? Okay. About a couple seats down, there's this young couple making out. Now listen, okay? I am not to judge where or when you should make out if you're going to do so, but probably in a waiting room of a doctor's office while you're waiting to be seen, you can't at least wait till the parking lot. That's all I'm asking, okay? So that was number 2, and that's what and so I'm texting that, right? And so my friend goes and gives me an answer, but not before I put the third thing. The loudest, I swear to you, double Vulcan swear, the loudest baby fart I ever heard. I hope they check that. I hope they check that kid's pants. It had staying power, okay? And I am sitting here and I'm laughing because my friend is going, I want that. Meaning, I knew what she meant. She was talking about the making out part from right. But I go, what? The elderly argument, the making out, or the loud baby fart, which when I'm texting this, I am laughing my ass, and I'm like going, and I'm laughing, right? Because I can't help it. The elderly couple stop arguing because they're hearing me chuckle, right? Then this redhead that was over a couple of things over, she sat down. She's looking at all of this and goes like this. And it made me even laugh even more because I'm like, I'm in a fucking waiting room. I shouldn't have to be dealing with this. True story. True story. Oh my God. Yeah, this is quite a stream of consciousness, or unconsciousness, as some may say. Yeah, Peak, hey, Paul, Tyler, how you doing? I hope everybody is doing well. Needless to say, I will say this much. I told the GP about my eye problem. She was not even going to go anywhere near it because she knew I had that eye doctor appointment next Wednesday, right? But obviously, she said, your blood pressure numbers look good, so it can't be from that. Well, gee, good. Quincy Sherlock Holmes. Gee, I could have figured that out myself from a Bazooka Joe bubblegum wrapper. The thing is that I need a little more concrete evidence. Dr. Marcus Welby would have given me a fucking lot more answer than that general practitioner. And then afterwards would have patted me on the back and gave me a cup of Sanka, which I only would drink out of respect to Robert Young and Dr. Welby. By the way, when Robert Young died, he's been, rumor has it, allegedly, that he is in each and every jar of Sanka. Yeah, that's right. Yeah, you're drinking little bits of Robert Young, Marcus Welby, MD. Nothing wrong with a bit of public. Might help the old couple. You know what? Maybe. Those two looked like they were so mismatched. Okay, but like I said, I had great delight in laughing, obviously out loud, so that they could hear me, to my friend, she's laughing too, and I'm like, my God, this is great. This is so great. This is the thing, right? You can't make shit. Real life is funnier than the shit that people can make up. I swear to you, it's great. It is great. We may bitch about a lot of shit in life, okay? And I do. I'm guilty. But once in a while, when all that shit comes together, and it's like God's giving you real theater. They are the actors and actresses, and the whole world is a stage. Yeah. I still remember the first time that I was down here. Okay. It's tax season. I used to go to HR Blockhead. Won't go to them. They're idiots. But thing is that I remember this clearly as day. This Arkansas family. Do I dare say redneck? They call me Yankee once in a while, so fuck it. It's a redneck family. Nothing wrong with you. Nothing wrong with rednecks. I'm just saying. Okay, so don't worry about it. Let me just finish the story first, and then we'll be okay. My enemies aren't here right now. I'm Batman. And Richard, yes. His enemies aren't here. They're far away. Over the mountains of Cascade. So I'm sitting there. I'm waiting for my turn to get my taxes done. And there is this dad. He's got the Marlboro, a pack of cigarettes. Almost like a greaser from Grease in the 50s, Danny Zuko. Yeah, get this. So he's got the pack of cigarettes rolled up in his shirt. His big shit kicker boots on. I remember all that. They were a very odd color, too. I remember that. Like between beige and black, but they weren't either. Wife was missing a few teeth. No problem. Sometimes if you have no teeth, it's easier to do certain tasks. Testify. Anyways, but what made me go OMG, there was this, I don't know, I'm going to say she was a 7 or 8-year-old girl. Maybe 9. Okay. That's my guess. She had a tattoo, a real one, not a rub off, not one of those. And it said, Daddy's favorite Dixie girl. And there was a Southern flag, you know. And I said to myself, oh my, 10 years from now, that kid is going to be a stripper at one of the strip clubs in Faithfull, Arkansas. They're full of them, by the way, about 4 or 5. College town, you know. I told you, real life is sometimes better or worse than the shit you can make up for Hollywood. Oh, they'll probably be here. Yes, they probably will. Richard, how are you? Why am I blocked from your channel? I don't know. Take that up with him. I'm here, Tolan. We're glad you're here, Fred. I like you, Fred. And I really am sorry that the Spin Doctors blocked me on the song. I'm your gorilla. Spin Doctors. Anyways, you know, I'm a little pissed. Not at you guys. Not at you guys. Let me explain. Before I came on here, we finally got the conclusion to the Badfinger Head First vinyl LP gatefold that I attempted to order through Amazon. Okay, Y&T Music. I'm not really calling them out, okay? But that's who was making the LP. And I did put my pre-order before the pre-order window shut, like by almost a week. They finally give me an email 2 days ago. Again, this is Amazon talking. And they're like, you can continue to order it, but we do not know when you will get it. And I said, fuck it. I killed it because I'm mad. All right. It's not Amazon's fault, unfortunately. This is either Y&T Music's fault or whoever presses their vinyl and distributes. And I, unfortunately, am probably going to be making a minor communication with them. I was planning, and I will tell you this, if you're still looking for that album, okay, I do have a source for you, and I almost ordered it before I came on here today. The Badfinger official site, it would be like Badfinger UK. Bob Jackson, I think, runs it. All right? Because he's got his version of Badfinger. Good or bad, that's what he's got. But you could order from there, the vinyl and the CD. Well, everything, you know, is in pounds over there. 28 pounds was a decent price. It was only $2 more than what I was going to pay for through Amazon. And I was getting ready to pull the trigger until I discovered, because it's a UK site, I bet you could finish the rest of this. Because it's a UK site, shipping. That's right. The shipping is $18.50 fucking dollars. And I'm like, no, I'm not doing it. If it would have been $5-6, I would have done it. Now, I know it's overseas. I get it, okay? I'm not dumb. Just old, you know, but I'm not dumb. So I can't do it. So I'm going to put this out there to you people. If you are Badfinger fans and you happen to have a spare copy of that Head First LP that was made, all right, and put out last month, I will gladly pay the basic price that it was, which was $32, and the shipping to send it here in America. Okay. Because even with Amazon, it only came out to like, because I got something else, it was like $34 total. Yeah. Well, I'm glad you got it, Tyler. I'm pissed. Okay. I know the CD's out, and they're even having fucking delays on the CDs too, I'm told. Some people are getting them, some people aren't. I'm like, what the fuck? Okay. What the fuck is it? Either this label, really under anticipate, excuse me, under anticipated what the order was going to be, or their distribution chain sucks. It's one of the two. Okay. It's pissing me off. All right. I just simply want it. I'm not going to resell it. I want the damn thing because it would almost put my vinyl collection in a near complete. I'm still looking for a Ryko disc. They made it on clear vinyl, I think in the mid 90s, for the Badfinger Live at Agora in 1974 through Ryko disc. But I mean, I'm not asking for a free album here, people. I'm asking for, does anybody have a spare copy that I will pay that base price and the shipping to send it to Arkansas? That's it. And by the way, deepdiscount.com doesn't have it either. They had it up there originally, and now it no longer is there. I have researched. So help me. I know, I'm sorry for my bitching. Firstly, I don't know who the hell would have timed out Will, because I didn't know Will was here. All right. I didn't know Will was here. So, and I haven't done anything yet to anyone. So just say and behave, and I won't. But I did not do anything yet to anyone here today. I wouldn't have done it. I'm sorry. I wouldn't have done it. I wouldn't have paid $62. It's your money, Richard. I'm not telling you what to do with it. I'm just saying I wouldn't have paid $62 for a $45 item. Even U.S. shipping, what should have been about $6-7 tops. So if anything, it would have been 52. Oh dear God, I don't want to go there again. Yeah, see, I won't do it. I won't fucking do it. I won't do it. I can't. That's what I hate about these Discog fuckers. Okay, is that they go off and they're like, oh, good, we know what we got. It's the same thing with the record store day bullshit. I did not go off. Okay, I didn't go off and spend money. Remember when a couple of years ago they put out I think it was Friday Music, or somebody put out the reissue of the Mono Birds, Bees, Monkeys reissue, which I heard after the fact that it wasn't that good, and that if you're looking for a reissue, the 2014 edition is better. So there's a hint for you right there, I guess. Yes, we're going to talk about that shortly. Oh, well, I didn't do anything with Mr. Petty's-worth. That didn't sound right. I hope they get all that figured out, because they said they're, yeah, you know what, and it's going to turn me off. Now, just to let everybody know, not that it really matters, I have supported that label. I have bought the Pete Ham demos, which I thought were decent. I bought the Tom Evans demos, which I'm sorry to say were not that decent. Only a third of it, to me, was listenable. And I am a big Badfinger fan, but I'm like, and then I bought the Ivy's demos, and most of that was pretty good too. I know I said I was going to get it, and I just haven't found it yet. And okay, I was trying to avoid it. Whatever you're going to keep it, I blocked you because you always left negative mom, not because of McCartney shit. All right, well, there you go. Oh boy, I don't know the whole situation. I don't, so I'm shutting up on this. I wasn't there. I'm not going to go off. Well, truth is better than feelings. Yeah. I really try to be truthful, people. You want to know why? My grandpa told me a long time ago. He said, see if I can do an imitation of my late grandpa Harry. Paul, always try to tell the truth. Because if you tell the truth, you never have to worry later about the stories you told to whoever you told to. He was right, too. Sometimes it's just easier to rip off the fucking Band-Aid. It really, really is. You know? Jesus and whoever else said, the truth will set you free. They were pretty much right. I mean, sometimes the truth will, unfortunately take you to twists and turns you didn't want, but at least your conscience is clean. Which reminds me of, what is it, that SNL bit from Mayor Giuliani with the Janet Reno dance party, where he turns to Janet Reno after Janet Reno sucker punches him. He goes, what did he say? Something. He goes, you fight dirty, but Janet goes off, as Will Ferrell says, but my conscience is clean. I don't know. I have notified all the people I know in the VC Justice League. I don't know. No fights though here, guys. Okay, please. Where is Shannon? I don't know. I haven't talked to Shannon in about, I think it was close to a week. Well, yeah, but there's sensitive souls everywhere in life, not just the VC. Poor unfortunate souls. Never could sing. Anywho. Oh, man. Oh, man. I want to appreciate the 32 that are in here today. You know what, gang? I do have stuff to talk about, but I think what we're going to do, see if I can do this, because I haven't shown one of these in a while. Let's see. What can I show you people that we have not seen before? All right. How about this? Hey, how you doing? There you go.
Hey!
How about this to get the troops pumped going a little bit here for 10 minutes? It's been a long time since I showed a shitty American cartoon.
Ain't nothing wrong with that. I might even have it on 16 millimeter.
Produced for the Federal Security Agency and the Public Health Service from Warner Brothers, by the way. 10 minutes of propaganda. I don't know. We'll see.
2,621,300. That's the number of babies will be born next year in the United States. Of these babies, 118,481 will die before reaching their first birthday.
How pleasant.
Oh, well,
yeah, right.
Babies, more or less. We've got lots of babies. It really doesn't matter if one baby lives or dies.
How could you imagine? What a logic for 1949.
John, this is John Emerson Jones Jr. Fine, healthy-looking boy, isn't he? But unfortunately, John won't have much chance to become president of the United States.
Oh my, this is dark already.
Here's one reason. Looks harmless, doesn't it? It's hard to believe that one small fly could keep Johnny from his chance to become president.
Oh no.
And ordinarily it couldn't.
That bastard
but there's
fly.
Just one thing wrong with this picture.
Maybe it's Vincent Price.
Sewage running into our pretty creek.
Oh no.
And Mr. Fly's feet are not very clean.
Blech,
In fact, they're very filthy. and loaded with germs like those
Filthy.
that cause dysentery.
Filthy, dirty
If some
animal.
of these dysentery germs
That's the
happen to
password.
infect Johnny
The
in his
password is
room,
dysentery.
he not only won't be president, the chances are just about 1 out of 2
He'll be
that he
president
won't
of
be
the
alive.
angelic choir.
Stop! Can't anything be done to save Johnny?
Quick, get that fly off that nipple.
We could
Yeah, right.
flies to wash their feet.
That's right, flies.
Or
Wash your
shoot all
fucking
flies.
feet. Shoot them
But
all.
we could do away with all babies.
Baby. Some countries have tried
There
that.
must be a better answer than that.
SIDS, people.
where
Get
I
it.
come
It's a
in.
SID prevention.
Your local health
Yeah, right.
and my
Could you
staff
imagine if they painted people into
I have a
existence
few
and they
kind of
started waking
cartoons.
up?
to clean up
I got a few cartoons like this style, educational,
Do away
made by
with
Disney and
Ew.
Warner
Yeah.
Brothers.
Give your Johnny a new shot at the presidency. Well, John,
This looks like a Warner Brothers.
didn't we?
It is
Looks like
Warner
Chuck-
Bros.
Be a year old yet,
Chuck Jones.
but you still got some very tough customers to meet
As he gets run over
Arrive.
by the death mobile. Uh-oh. Oh, no.
Diphtheria,
Hey, whooping
rheumatic
cough and
fever,
diphtheria, rheumatic figure,
and
smallpox, and large
But
pox,
don't
and in
worry,
between
John.
pox.
That's where your local health officer, that's me.
Ba-ba-da-ba. With real and fake vaccines.
Another part of my
Oops.
job is to keep track of you,
Haha.
see that you're properly immunized.
And then maybe chip you later down the road.
Is another way of saying it. Or protected in
Oh my God.
You have the weapons to fight back.
This is when they only had a few vaccines compared to the 70 they got now for
Hey, look,
babies.
it's Don Quixote.
You see, Johnny, most immunizations should be completed before you become 1 year old.
Goo goo
That's what I'm
gaga,
saying.
bitch.
That's when they only had a few vaccines back then.
Boy, look at that clean looking school.
Look who's in the 4th grade. Hiya, John. Oh,
Shut the fuck up, narrator. I'm taking a test.
Yeah,
No,
right.
go fuck yourself. What the health department does for our school. We have a nutritionist who sees that we get nourishing hot meals. You can get a nourishing hot meal from her if you have $20. We get dental examinations from Dr. Mengele. We get eye, ear, nose, and throat exams, and the public health nurse helps us to get treatment if we need it, along with the treatment from the clap she gives you if you give her $20. And if any of the boys and girls are crippled, our health department sees that they get medical care. By Kathy Bates, who was in misery. We get our hearts and chests examined, whether
Looks like you're
they're...
being well taken care of, Johnny.
Yeah, maybe. Shh, shh, shut the fuck up, narrator. Look, it's a communist. No, I'm kidding. I'm kidding.
Or, Mr. Jones?
Ooh, she's checking out his ass.
Yeah, she was, wasn't she?
That's Mary. Mary Lawrence. Changed since high school, hasn't she?
Well, a little bit. It looks like she had an augmentation surgery at it. Oh, well,
Back then, honestly, back then it was a lot easier for people to date.
Very happy couple.
You know what I mean? Women and men, like,
uh-oh. Wait a minute.
Nothing wrong with you, huh?
Oh, here it
Are you
comes.
sure?
They're cousins. They're first cousins, and they don't know it yet.
Step in. For
Let's
just
be
a couple
real sure.
Now, don't worry, John. It's a very simple process for you. And
don't worry, John.
We're just going to put a swab in your...
blood, though. Let's see what happens.
Uh-oh.
First, it's numbered, whirled, a warm bath,
Ah, not stirred.
check, cool.
Shaken, not stirred.
That's Dracula's favorite part is frozen blood. Ah. Oh, lucky them.
Aren't you lucky,
Lucky
that you happen
them.
to live in a community that has a health department?
No, I'm not. Nah. Why? Oh my God, that's scary. Those hands, they're all by themselves knitting things. What the fuck? It's
I
ghost
know.
hands. Oh, and he
Anything we can
died
do
because
for
he
you
gets
now,
it.
John?
He's dead. John's
Time will
dead.
tell.
Only time will tell
Now
that
what's
you were wrong.
Oh.
Well, he's smoking incessantly. He's going to get lung cancer in about 20 years. Other than that, nothing.
Prenatal care, advice and instruction, and good medical care.
For her 10 babies she's got right now inside her.
Cooperate with
Yeah, right.
and with your wife to see that the baby will have the best of care after he's born.
Hi, I'm the visiting nurse. I don't know why. I don't know why he sounds like the Vlasic stomach.
Well, they always had that cadence when they spoke back then.
You must be the first father in history to have a boy. Uh-oh.
Gorilla. Gorilla. Cowboy gorilla. Barry, what were you
Nice
doing in the
feeling, isn't
zoo?
it, to know that everything's all right? Your family's well taken care of.
But you will die
Don't have to
soon,
worry too much
choking on
about
that
your
gumball.
But there's one
Back
thing
then,
you
they
do
used to have to
worry
see
about,
what the
John.
milkman looked like to
Now
make
that you're a
sure.
family man,
As the scale goes, get off
a
me,
local
fat
health
ass.
department is costing you.
Remember, the
yes,
postman always rings
real
twice.
money.
That's right, but the
3
milkman rings
cents
3
a
times.
week. That's right.
The fuck?
3 cents a week per person can provide basic public health services in your community. Not much, is it? Well, John, you've been leading a normal, happy, married life.
But
But of course, you are getting a little older. Your hair is receding, which is normal.
in that little relationship with the neighbor dog next door.
Wow, he immediately went to, he looks like Bing Crosby now.
Say the riverboat. Uh-oh, now he's looking like Jackie Gleason.
Yeah.
Abnormal. But you're still a fine-looking man.
Not.
A little mild exercise.
It's like the beginning of The Incredibles. Remember when he was doing that in the mirror in The Incredibles?
The kids. Makes you feel so young.
Why, look, it's Dizzy Dean's cousin, Goofy Dean. Oops.
You got it.
He got it all right.
A little mild exercise, John.
And a minor stroke to go
Let's take a
along
look at
with
that
it.
body of yours and
Let's not say we did.
mild exercise is
Uh,
good for you.
This is the inside of Ron Jeremy as we speak.
Now then, that,
Fire, I heard you've been busy all
and
week.
the rest of you spreads a bit too.
I would tell you to
More
keep up, but
more
never
thousand
mind.
flags,
Anyways,
and
hey,
more
Fire.
pipe needed to cover the ground. More work
Uh.
for your heart.
Sweet.
And remember,
Need some
John,
WD-40, that heart does.
is getting at
Yeah,
you.
right.
So let's get more rest and take it a bit easier. Oh, by the way, it might be well to cut down on the food a little. Hey.
That
hey,
includes your wife, too.
that goes for you, too.
Aww.
Look, John and Mary
Uh-oh.
Jones, let's not kid ourselves. This is the age when
Desmond and Molly Jones.
are the big killers. Now wait just a minute. Don't get panicky.
Too
No one
late.
said you have these diseases.
But you have all 3 of them. And a few more.
You'll have very little to worry about.
Uh,
Periodic checkups by your own doctor are the most important thing. Don't wait until you're sick. Always remember, early diagnosis.
Hey,
and early
iron
treatment
hands.
are
Not
the
to be
best
confused with
weapons
jazz
with which
hands.
to fight cancer.
Or maybe it's
Yeah,
AI
right.
jazz hands.
The family,
A useful,
doctor,
happy life,
and the
so
health
that we can
officer.
enslave you in your
One
job
kind
for
of
the next
internal
6 or
triangle that
7
really
decades.
makes sense.
yeah.
The only triangle that's a
Grandma,
fun triangle
Grandpa,
is...
Johnny
Never
Jones.
mind. Mm.
And we've come a long way together.
That's
The
true,
man
though.
looks
You're right
pretty
about
much on board.
that. You are correct.
But wait, just a minute.
Wait.
This looks like a happy.
There's more.
It's not. Because they both ended up in a plane that got in midair collision. Never mind. Oh my.
Yeah, that was crazy.
Community with inadequate public health service. or not at
Inadequate.
all. So it looks like Johnny's chances of being
You're screwed,
among
Johnny.
118,481
You're screwed, Johnny.
next year are pretty good.
They got older, but the cars and the style still stayed the same.
There's nothing about this figure that is sacred. It can be reduced by
Can.
well-staffed health departments throughout.
Can
the
if people
country
did the
around
right
us.
thing. That is a very
Which
rare
kind of public
currency
health
in
service
today's
does your
world.
community have?
Well, I'm just saying they had 1940s look, but you would think by the time they're almost 100, they
So
would be
much for so little.
they would be looking like the way life is now. You didn't see not one cell phone there, or not one computer. Or,
And that's 1949 for you. That was the attitude.
you know, I mean, they couldn't picture what 80 years will look like from then.
You know, okay, but let me ask you. How does kangaroo taste down there?
Ooh, I don't want to know.
Hey, I've tried everything pretty much. You know,
Did
even my evil Uncle Jim suckered me into eating rattlesnake once. That is wrong. He needs to.
Ooh,
There's
I
special-
wouldn't like that.
Yeah.
One time I got tricked. One time I went to it was a food show down in Atlantic City,
This is
and
true.
the Food Network was there, and they had it was a convention, and they had this platter with just little toothpicks said "Try me," and the most leanest meat or whatever, and it looked like beef. I thought it was beef.
Looked like beef.
Oh my God. And that's the way it was being marketed like it was beef. So I thought it was beef. When I eat it, it tasted like beef. And then they said, you just had ostrich. I
I
go
love
ostrich.
I've had ostrich.
I couldn't believe it. I thought it was filet mignon. I
love
couldn't believe
ostrich
it.
and bison.
I don't know if I would buy a dish of it though. I don't think I'd buy it. You know what I mean? They tricked me by trying it, but knowing it's ostrich, I still doesn't make me even as good as it tasted. Maybe in a starving situation, yeah, you know,
Right.
you're gonna eat.
True story though. They had stores at the ostrich and the bison farm. Okay, and so I went in there. Now my kids were with me because I'm like, you want to see a real ostrich? You want to see a real bison? And they were good. They followed the rules, okay. And you could feed them, but you had to be behind this line because if you got any closer, they could get you, okay. And they would not be legally responsible. So
and they can hurt you.
Yes, and I told the kids, I'm like, you know what? Let me go get you guys like a drink. You know, we'll buy like something to drink here in the store here. It was a small store that was connected to their place, and I bought like a 6-pack of O patties or bison burgers. I bought 6-pack, reasonably priced, believe it or not. Only slightly cost more than ground beef, not that much at the time anyway. This is the 90s we're talking, and so I cooked them, I grilled them, I seasoned them, I grilled them out. I made them like a regular hamburger. Okay, put a little extra hydration in it because it can get dry.
Right.
And I went off, and after everybody was, I said, "How did you like your?" And they're like, "They were great." Well, you just had ostrich. I waited till we're all done eating it. They looked at me like I was an evil monster.
Yeah.
A couple months later, I did the same thing with the bison. It was good stuff. Good stuff.
I'll tell you what, a friend of mine had me try their deer meat stew, and I didn't like it. There was a flavor thing about it. Texture too. The texture of the meat was different.
And it's not a good death cult, and it's not the cult, and it's not Blue Oyster Cult. It is just a death cult, is what that is.
You like venison?
I do like venison. It can taste a little gamey, but you got to go off, and there's ways to get around the gaminess.
They say that. I don't know. I mean, for me, it has to be in a starving situation where I'd want to eat it.
I've had venison burgers. I seasoned them just like the rest of it. Okay, I marinated the meat, and then with the other way,
my one friend swears by it. He's got 2 freezers full of. Because he goes hunting, so he eats what he hunts for. He's got 2 freezers full of steaks, and he brings them right to the butcher, and they cut them up steaks and all different kinds of things. And
nothing wrong with that. And
you know, he says it saves him money, and you know, but he loves it. Everything that I've made, the jerky is probably the closest thing of something
that's good.
Tastes kind of normal. It tastes like Slim Jim to me. You know, it's like.
Oh yeah, but you know, let me explain this one, right? So, I can't remember how I landed in this bit, but I had a chance to get, and I did know these people really well. They were farmers, but I got a they didn't take first prize, it was third. But I took third prize, a winning pig in the county fair. And me and 2 other people. So we split the cost in 3 for this pig. And we got it butchered and processed and stuff. Now, what was the difference? I know you're like, well, so what, psycho? Anybody can do that. It was grass-fed. Okay? Yeah. It was natural stuff. Natural. Right. Not the stuff that you come from that supermarket and they inject God knows what. And I'm going to tell you, you could taste the difference. I had the bacon. Oh, yeah. Made the bacon. It was not.
Hey, Johnny.
Stew in a bacon package. It was a little grayer. Yes, it was. But that's because it was natural. And it tasted a hell of a lot.
I'll tell you what, man.
It was just worth it. So
I was playing a gig. And at the gig, they were doing it was a pig roast. And literally, I watched them bring this pig out of the truck, and the skewers waiting to go on the thing. And it kind of like when you're seeing it as a raw pig getting ready to be put on the flame, you know, it kind of made, I was like looking at this thing. I'm like, man, it almost looks like a human body the way it's laid out. Like, and then we're watching it, and it's cooking and stuff, and I don't know, man. It gave me heebie-jeebies a little bit, but
so
I loved it when I ate it. I'll tell you.
Exactly, right. So here's the thing. I used to for like about 5-6 years. I lived in a small ass town called Capron, Illinois. It's maybe about 30 minutes from Rockford, okay, up in the northern part. And Capron was a very small town of 1,000 people, and they had a bar called the Stumble Inn, which we used to call Stumble Out, because that's what's going to happen once you go in the Stumble Inn. But every year they would go off and have a free, I said free.
Did I say free?
Pig roast. This is the early O's, okay? So I got to see what they did. They dug the hole. They did it that way. They dug the hole, put there where they layered their briquettes, whatever the hell they do. And it took like 4 people to put that pig in there.
Yeah.
Covered it up. It was going to be I can't remember. It was like 12 hours or some stuff like that. Because it was going to be later that night they were going to have the free thing, right?
Right.
Did that taste
That's what it was for us.
good?
Oh yeah.
Oh, it was so damn good.
It is delicious. There's no doubt about it. It's one of my favorite.
Like, wow.
I love bacon. You know what I mean?
It would like, if you people are fans of pulled pork sandwiches, which I have to be in the mood for that.
I love pulled pork sandwiches.
That was probably one of the best pulled pork sandwiches I had in my life.
I bet.
It's because of that pig, because the way they did it. It was local. It was from a farmer. And once again, it was one of those ones that didn't add extra shit to it. And just, there it was. And of course, they put the apple in the mouth, like, oh, and I'm like,
yeah,
sure, okay.
You know what? When you were telling your story, when you were telling your story about the baby fart.
Oh my God, yes.
And, you know, it triggered a thought in my mind, because I remember one time, I forget where I was, but I was in line.
I did this week.
It was during the shutdown, and there was a food pantry thing that we were waiting in line for. It was like an hour wait. And there was a car in front of me, and I'm sitting there by myself, and I'm watching, and all of a sudden I hear, like, because the cars were all shut off and my window was open during the summertime, and I hear, literally as I'm waiting there, dead silence, "Mommy poopy, mommy poopy." So all of a sudden the mom gets out of the driver's seat, goes to the back seat, and literally the kid is like, just jumps out. He got out of his car seat with his diaper hanging there, and next thing you know, she's looking, and the other person that came out of the passenger side, they came out, and there was another baby in there with like poop smeared on its face.
Oh, God,
so all of a sudden, there was people in line watching, and everyone started like coming out to see if they could help. And as they're walking, they're like doing this kind of thing. So the one lady comes up with a roll of paper towels and a thing of wipes. And a wipes. So she's like, "Oh, thank God." She's going there wiping this kid down. And as she's done, she's like trying to hand it back to the lady. She's trying to hand it back to the lady. The lady's like, "No, you keep it." I'm dying laughing the whole time. I mean, I couldn't stop laughing. It was hysterical. Oh, man, you had to be there.
You never know what shit you're going to hear,
oh my God,
and figuratively on this show any given episode.
I felt bad for the mom because the kid was like 3 years old, maybe. You know, you gotta have empathy for the mom. Like, she's just trying to do her best. this kid made it so difficult for her. Honestly, I felt bad for the other baby that was probably a year and a half old or whatever.
It's just super like, baby.
Oh man.
You know what? Hold on a minute. This shouldn't even make me laugh, and that was a pun intended, but we're going to show this anyway because this is slightly your fault, Mello. It is.
Yeah.
Yeah, hang on a minute.
Hang me.
Yeah. Hang on. I always liked this guy. He was very silly. And when he would do these bits, I would lose it all the time when I was a kid. Let's see here. No, can I get... Come on, I just want the one bit. Can you give me the one bit? Maybe, maybe not. No, it's just giving me whole episodes. I don't want whole episodes. You know what? You guys want to watch some goofy ass comedy for about 20 minutes? Like, why don't we?
There was something I wanted to send a link. I can't find it yet. When I find it,
oh God, it's on here anyway. Hang on a minute. Let me see. You know what? I don't have to show you guys 20 minutes. Hang on a minute. All right. Hang on. I'm just going to set you up with the premise. So, 1979, a great game show came on. It was dumb, it was stupid, but it was funny as hell. And boy, did I cop a bunch of bits from this over the years it was on. Wasn't on very long, considering that the host died about 2 years later of a brain tumor. We're talking about the late, great Bobby Van. And of course, we are talking about Make Me Laugh.
Just name him John and forget about the whole thing, all right? You ready to play the game with us? Okay, the only rules are you look him straight in the eye. I'm going to turn you around just like this. We're all ready to go. I'm going to say, Steve Bluestein. Janice Dougherty says, make me laugh. Here we go.
Hang on. It's not here yet. It's going to be after this guy.
Hi, Janet. Hi, how are you? So you're pregnant, huh? You know, my sister just had a baby, and she had her baby natural childbirth. Are you going to have your baby natural childbirth?
I'm going to try.
You're going to try? Would you like to hear one of the natural childbirth breathing exercises my sister used? Ended up with stretch marks on her face.
Excellent.
Now, can I say that natural childbirth, it's all nothing. It's nada. It doesn't mean a thing. You know why? Husbands here, breathe, dear. You breathe. I want drugs. I mean, you can't blame her, can you? It's like trying to push a Toyota through the eye of a needle.
Oh, dear God.
Don't do that too hard. You may go into labor right here. Are you really going to have
This is not the funny one. I'm trying to get to this one. It should be right after this.
$60 for the new baby. Here comes Bruce down.
There it comes. Notice who is helping assist.
When you're in a fix, when you're in a bind, there's only one crime fighter to call, and that... Accidentally breastfed for 26 years. Baby man is a hell of a crime fighter, but he's awful immature. By the way, that's a nice set of pacifiers you got there. Now, we're not talking about the Incredible Hulk. No, we're not even talking about Ralph Malph. No, we're not even talking about that flying heroine, Wonder Woman. Gosh darn DC-10 boots.
That's crazy.
Baby man.
Oh man, I'm trying to find this Elvis thing.
I like the accidentally breastfed for 26 years. I told you people this isn't a normal show. If you can't figure this out after 850 plus episodes.
Yeah, 851 now.
No, this is 853 technically now. We're already at
that. Right? Yeah, what am I saying?
853. And yes, Zappa was on that show, and Zappa didn't laugh, I don't think, one bit, if I remember right. Make Me Laugh. The good one is that with Bobby Van as the host. I think it was only on about a season and a half because he got sick, and then that's how he was dead. Bobby Van, of course, was the husband of Joyce Bulifant, if I remember correctly. Could be wrong on that too, though. Who the original Mrs. Brady Bunch choice before they went with Florence Henderson. Gene Hackman was the other choice for Mr. Brady. That would have been a very bad Brady Bunch. I'm sorry. I like both of them. And I like Gene Hackman, but that would have not started their careers whatsoever.
Yeah, right. I'm just looking for something on.
I see, and yeah, Gong Show's got the similar vibes too. And the thing is like, okay, anytime Gene Gene Dancing Machine came on, people would throw shit, and I thought that part was funny. J.P. Morgan always flashing her boobs, which I was like, I didn't even know who J.P. Morgan was until that show. I was like 8, 9 years old when Gong Show came out. I'm like, who's this J.P. Morgan? She's got a filthy mouth. And then when I got to be a teenager, I'm like, she may be old, but this chick's got balls. So I like her. That's Bruce Baum. I think he's still alive too, actually, and I don't know if he's still doing comedy. But Bruce Baum. And then the other one that was helping hold the thing to bring out, that was Bob Saget. That was one of his earliest appearances, was that show. Yeah. And of course, we all know what happened to Bob. I think there was an English version, but I don't remember what it was called.
I can't even find it.
Are you trying to look for that trailer to Accu-Jack 4? Oh, Elvis.
No, it's an Elvis thing.
Thank you very much.
It's so good. If I could just remember where I saw it.
If it's Andy Kaufman, I can't play it. I've been dinged.
No, it's not that. No, it's a video about Elvis, like in his life. Somebody tells like something you never heard about Elvis, like doing, kind of thing.
When I was a baby, I was 3 years old. I told my mama poopy, but they didn't have butt wipes back in 1950. 1938. They didn't have butt wipes in 1938. I said to my mama, I'm in the back of our 42 DeSoto. I said, mama poopy. And then for whatever reason, I remember she told me, but later, because I don't remember that incident, she goes off and says I was blaming it on my twin brother, Jared. Nothing like blaming it on your invisible dead twin brother. Ladies and gentlemen, that shouldn't be funny, but in this case, it is.
That's hysterical.
Even my daddy said, "Holy shit, I ain't touching Elvis with a 10-foot ball." And the next day, we didn't have 42 DeSoto anymore. We ended up having a 28 Model A.
Oh,
I'm sorry. It shouldn't be funny, but it is. Mama poopy. Damn you, Mello. Damn you. I'll tell you.
Oh my God! And I can't even find this video, man. It's like it's a channel, an unknown channel, like a little channel that made this video about.
Is the Elvis another true Elvis?
No, the story is really good because like there's these girls that like were really fans of Elvis.
Yes,
and
I have.
Supposedly at the time, like they would be the girls that would stand outside of Graceland, and they would stand outside there so much that they got to know like the Memphis Mafia guys and stuff, and they would work their way into some of these parties and stuff. Well, when Priscilla one time came around, they actually jumped Priscilla. Like, we're ripping her hair out and, like, beating her up. And her car was stuck at the gate. So, and they jumped her at the car. So, Elvis and the crew see what's happening, seeing Priscilla getting her ass beat. Elvis runs, like, an action pose down the fucking driveway. And supposedly, like,
I'm coming.
hops over the gate. He jumps on the car and he punches the windshield so hard he puts his fist through the windshield. Yeah, and this is the video, and it's so good. I can't find it though. It's like I thought it was called the Elvis Files, or
why am I picturing the sound from $6 Million Man?
Yeah, it was just like that. That's what it. And it was so good of a story, man. Like, hearing Elvis, like, and it even showed pictures of his thumb and his hand broken almost. Like, he did a photo shoot the next day for, like, I I think it was Blue Hawaii maybe or
Leave
something.
Scylla alone. Leave Scylla alone, you little wenches.
Can you imagine seeing an angry Elvis running at you at full steam?
There's a remake of Elvis Presley is the $6 million man.
Well, they got that Elvis, agent. They got Agent Elvis, the cartoon, where he's like James Bond.
Yeah, I have seen.
We're gonna go down and see the trench and see if we can get the mafia.
The mafia.
So funny.
Most of them are dead too now. Yeah. There's like, oh, and by the way, for you people, and I say you people that are Elvis fans, in May in Eureka Springs, Arkansas, which is not too far away from here, they're going to have an Elvis festival. It's a weekend Elvis festival in the
That's
mid-May.
pretty cool.
They're having, of course, a couple Elvis impersonators that I guess are top tier, but the special guest is Ginger Alden. She will be
nice. My mom married an Elvis impersonator after my parents broke up.
Very much.
You married an Elvis impersonator.
Do you hoo-ha want to take this?
He was good too. He was good.
To be your wife.
He actually did a show with Scott. He did a show where he played with Scotty Moore. Believe it or not.
That's pretty damn cool.
That's pretty good. Yeah.
I tried to get Scotty's autograph, but unfortunately, by the time he was
my stepfather did a show with Scotty Moore. That's fun.
All I have is I don't know if you can see it, but my signed James Burton's.
Nice.
So I have the Elvis and I have the Ricky Nelson. And then you see that photo next to Jimmy Hart? That is a previously unreleased photograph from Chicago. Elvis in Chicago. I cannot figure out if it's either 74 or 76 due to he did so many changes of clothes during that's right. That was the last.
He did. That was his last girlfriend.
Yeah.
She was there when he died.
Of course. But the true story is when Ginger's grandpa died in January 1977, he lived in Harrison, Arkansas. Okay. Which is, you can go one way to Eureka and then you keep
Ginger's
going.
the one that found him.
Right. So
he's the one that discovered him dead.
Elvis took Ginger and the Memphis Mafia to and he went to the funeral because it just got done snowing and everything. So he was at the gravesite. Nobody knew he was coming. This was a very hush-hush thing, or so everybody thought. Somehow word got leaked out by the time after the funeral was done, because they were supposed to spend the night in this one I don't know, I don't remember the damn name of it, but whatever it was in town in Harrison that could accommodate. And they didn't even last 2 to 3 hours because everyone just kept pestering him. And he's like, "We're out, boys. We're back to Memphis." So he paid all that money to stay for a night and ended up only being around 2-3 hours. And then they all booked back to the airport and scrammed. I'm just like, Yep. I'll take you up on that, friend. Only a beer and a smoke. Deal.
Yeah.
Sean, Dave. Psycho, hi, good morning. Melody, baby, hi, good morning.
Richard James, my brother. Brother RJ. It's going to be bong hit time for me.
So here's the thing about Israel, okay? Good or bad, I'm just going to say this. In the Bible, okay, in the good book, it behooves this country to still be good or bad. You can agree or disagree. This is what's in the book, that whatever nations stand behind Israel at the end will have protection. That is in there.
That's what I believe.
I'm not a chapter verse guy.
I believe that.
Me. I know that's in one of the, I normally I do not talk about religion. That's the only reason why, though I'm mentioning that good or bad, the Israel support will continue to, in essence, if you believe it, protect this nation for at least a little while longer. And we need all the protection we can get. Trust me. No matter who's running the show, I'm sure I could find a few more. My persuasive powers are greatly well. Yeah, see, whose isn't? Whose isn't, right? Right on. But yeah. Excuse me a minute. I am going to get some more coffee, and then we're going to start explaining what today's title is.
Yeah, God rest her soul.
To talk about, yes, yeah. Ow, damn it! I am not used to these glasses. I'm not. These suck.
Wow. Let's do a song since I'm by myself. Sometimes when I'm on the spot, I don't even know what I want to play. Maybe I'll do an original. That way I don't have to think. All right. This one, since we're in that kind of subject, this one's called The Writing is on the Wall. Because if you don't see what's going on in the world, you never will. The writing's on the wall. Come, so what you waiting for? The big return is knocking at the door. Plain to see. Listen, please. And everywhere there's rumors of another war, you can't escape it. It's knocking at the door. Plain to see. Would you listen, please? Because the writing's on the wall. Because the writing's on the wall. It's all messed up, don't know where to turn with just one spark. And now it starts to burn. It started when they came. And we know who's to blame. The evil ones who are throwing up the game and doing their best to beat us at a game they never play fair. And they don't really care. They got it when it stole the ball. And now they want to take it all. Don't be surprised if you fall. Because the writing's on the wall. Oh, 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 oh. Everywhere you turn, everywhere it looks the same to me. Oh, 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 oh. The time has come, so what you waiting for? The big return is knocking at a door. So plain to see. Won't you listen, please? The evil ones who are stoking up the flames are doing their best to beat us at a game. They never play fair, and they don't really care. They got it when it stole the ball, and now they want to take it all. Don't be surprised if you fall, because the writing's on the wall. Oh, 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 oh. Oh, 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 oh. That's an original.
And very, very good. Thank you.
Called The Writing is on the Wall.
A lot of valid points in the comment chat here, you guys. You guys got very strong points, and you are pretty correct on some of those points as well, gang. Like yeah, well, a couple gong, yeah. Well.
You know, hey, you can't please them all.
Chucky, hey, Chucky baby. Anyways, all right. So let me make myself big. I did that twice this week. Anyway, anyways, all right. So the title, of course, today's episode, 1,000 times VC, I'll be faithful to you with aerial ballet. Now, the 1,000 times, I literally tripped on this today. So I'm going to show you some new music. Small label, so let's hope I don't get dinged, and I guess I don't give a shit at this point anyway, because anyone I could sneeze wrong and it would get me blocked in probably certain countries. But let me set up the video, and then I will tell you what this is all about. This video literally came out today. Oops, shit. Okay, hang on a minute. Slip it back. So there's a new album coming out soon. The single was released today, and so 1,000 times is a new song, or should I say, a new song by Vicky Peterson and John Cowsill, who are married. So you have Vicky from the Bangles and John Cowsill from the Cowsills and the Beach Boys. Well, former Beach Boy, because he ain't there, but he's still a Cowsill. Once in a while, he does things. But these two decided to cut a Americana album. Okay, now the album will be called Long After the Fire. What is the catch? The songs, all of them on the album, were written by the late Barry and John Cowsill. So together, separately, that's what these songs are. The single is out now. Okay. The album will be coming out very soon. And so I present you a little slice of this new album coming out from Vicky and John. The song this is from their video, 1,000 times. And hopefully you guys may dig it. Peterson from the Bangles and John Cowsill from the Cowsills and the Beach Boys, who happen to be husband and wife.
Lucky him, man. I mean, that's
so
a beautiful song. I wish I had somebody to jam with like that. That's like,
no, maybe
my kind of dream. One day I'll meet a woman that plays and I could jam with and write songs with. I would love that.
So yeah, and then I'll bring this up from Sean's comment. Vicky Peterson was in a great band called the Continental Drifters. The band included Peter Hollis Apple of the DBs, Mark Walton of the Dream Syndicate, and Susan Cowsill of the Cowsills. Susan Cowsill, she's beautiful. I hit up on Susan Cowsill. Obviously, I failed.
Wow. Yeah, right.
What can I say? I tried.
Women like that, man. Every man in the world would go for them. You know, they got the pick of the litter.
I still haven't listened to it yet. I think I've had it for a few years.
The only way you get a chance like that is if you become famous and have the pick of women like going after you. That's the only way.
Shame you could tell it's auto-tune, but okay, I'm not a audiophile, so I mean, I listen to music, but I'm not a studio person or whatever, if you will. You know what the hell I'm saying. Oh, there he goes again. So that was oh dear Lord. Just that bong rip lost us 8 people. No, I'm kidding.
They didn't see me.
I'm teasing. Anyways, give it a listen.
Hey, it's just the Me and You show.
Yeah, it's the Me and You show. That's right. So go check out the DBs, go check out the Continental Drifters and all the others. So yeah, that was the 1,000 times VC, of course, because I'll be faithful.
Yeah, that was nice. I never heard that, but I want to hear more now. They put out a whole record together.
It will be coming out in the next month or two.
Wow! All right, so it's brand new. It's brand new.
That was brand new. Got released in the last 24 hours.
That song?
Yeah.
Wow, I'm going to help support it then. I'm going to definitely give it a thumbs up.
And I better not get dinged for it, Vicky and John. I'm telling you right now. I'm trying to help you out because I love you guys. I met John. He was a cool dude. Anyways. Rest in peace, Marianne Faithfull. I know a few people
rest in
already
peace.
Were talking about this already. That's the new game from after Name That Stain. Is is Mute the Stooge. Okay, that's right after Name That Stain. Zappa sings about that, but you can't.
I mean myself.
Wait a minute. Did you just start singing Fix Are We? Are we? Are never mind. Doesn't bother me. Mello can do the bong rips if he wants to, because it's America. All right.
Oh, thank you, Dave.
All right. Passed away at age 78 today. Started out early 1964 as Tears Go By, which, believe it or not, that Jagger Richards song would not be released till 1965. So she got a whole year from them. Okay, that was a top 10. It was a top 10 for her. I just wrote little things. 1966 is when she started getting corrupted. She visited with her son Nicholas from her first husband John Dunbar. Okay, she went to visit Brian Jones and Anita Pallenberg. What a couple back then, eh? Smoked dope, got with Jagger, busted at Redlands in a fur rug. Yep, that's a whole year's worth of news right there. Faithfull was Jagger's muse, though, other than being his, from 66 to 70, his woman, girlfriend, whatever. But she was Jagger's muse in several Stone songs, like Sympathy for the Devil, because of a book she was reading at the time, Wild Horses, and Can't Always Get What You Want. So, yes, you can thank Marianne Faithfull for the partial creations of those songs. Hold on a minute. You don't need to be studio. Well, yeah, I'm just kind of ignorant. Wasn't Jimmy Page on that version? I think you might be right on that. I don't know all of Jimmy's session work, but I could see that. If you want to hear my voice to sound like a musical instrument, then just play it on a keyboard, not for me. China bought Marshall. And maybe they did. China likes to buy everything. China. And then, of course, we get to Rock and Roll Circus, which I would love to play you clips, but I'll get dinged from any of the things I wanted to show you, because I would love to show you the bit from Rock and Roll Circus, where she she was the kind of quiet moment through the whole damn movie, if you think about it, because she's laying out there and singing as tears go by, and a nice version, beautiful version.
Oh, I love the version she does on, have you ever seen Dick Clark? She does on, I think, on Where the Action Is. She does a version of Tears Go By. It's beautiful.
Oh, baby, come on, do the action. And her, okay, so she broke off with Jagger in mid-70, or maybe vice versa, and her solo career was in stops and starts since. The last few years of recording, so we're talking like from around 2010 to like the last thing she did was 2021, okay?
Right.
So some of her regular suspects on her records or involved in her records, mainly Nick Cave, Brian Eno, all right?
Yeah.
We were talking about Eno. He shows up with on a handful of us. Keith Richards shows up in cameos on 2 albums. Okay, I think that part's cool. And here's one for you, gang. Whether you like him or not, Roger Waters co-wrote 2 songs on 2 different albums for Marianne.
Didn't Rick Rubin do something with her too?
Yes.
Yeah, I thought so. Because he was doing all these retro. He did something with Tammy Wynette.
Yes.
He did something with what's her name? And Johnny Cash, of course, and Neil Diamond.
Suzanne Hoffs is eternally beautiful. I kicked myself in the ass. I won a pair of tickets to a club in Rockford when she was doing her first solo album, and
that's a woman I would love to meet.
I know, and we all would have had the chance.
I don't think she's married either.
That's why I think she's there.
Honestly, I think Susanna Hoffs is single. I think she's been single for a little while.
Like I said, she was Marianne was 78 hoobs. Suzanne's still
beautiful.
Brings a new meaning to In Her Room.
Anyways. That's like saying Cyndi Lauper. Cyndi Lauper's gorgeous at 70. I mean, like,
yeah. So passed away January 30th. Now we've gotten to 1,000 times VC. I'll Be Faithful to You with Ariel Ballet. Ariel Ballet Oh, it's okay. Maybe if Jen was here, she would have known. Maybe. I have been wanting to get this thing for quite some time. Now, let me explain the story from Nilsson Aerial Ballet. Firstly, I'll show you. Here's the front. Here's the back. Okay. And then because it's July of 68, you're going to still be looking at this label for US.
Right.
Which I love this label. I always love this label.
It's cute.
No matter who was on it. So,
like that.
Oh shit, I did not know this. I wonder if they did. It is stamped. I know you can't see it very well. Not for sale. This is a stamped promo. Nice. I wonder if they even knew this when they sold this to me.
I always thought that promos like that, or like the early pressings, and that's why they're a little more desired, because like as the stamp goes on, it's a little bit more, deposits cake on the stamper. So when you have an early one, it's more solid, pressing.
So the thing is that this is actually an original pressing. Okay.
Nice.
And I'll tell you how this happened. So
if it's a not for sale promotion, it's
but
before the pressing.
There's a reason. So this came out in July 68. It's his third album. Okay. Now original presses, OPs, as James Farley would say. Original press had Daddy's song on it. This one does. Okay.
Okay.
Now I know you're sitting here going, well, wait a minute. What the hell's that got to do with anything? Well, you monkey people know, of course, that they used that song in the movie Head, which would come out in November 1968, around Thanksgiving time. But what Nilsson didn't know, and I thought this was you can't exactly blame the monkeys for this. You actually kind of have to blame RCA. RCA was kind of shitty to Nilsson through most of his career.
Right.
I do not care what anybody says about this. So what happens is this comes out in July, like I said. Very shortly afterwards, though, this version gets pulled. And the reason why it gets pulled is because the Monkees paid $35,000 for exclusivity rights to Daddy's song so that they could perform it and put it in the movie Head. Nilsson had no knowledge that was why it was getting yanked, nor did he know about the exclusivity rights. And I'm led to believe that those exclusivity rights lasted a few years. And that's the reason why you have to wait until there is like CD reissues or some shit before you get Daddy's song back on here. Now, so this is why this is an original. So that's how you can tell if you have an original Nilsson Aerial Ballet. Does it have Daddy's song on it? Then you have a true first press. Now, the big hits on here, or should I say stewing to be big hits. Okay. So one, which was not a hit really for Nilsson, but for Three Dog Night in 69, you betcha. But one's on here, okay?
Oh, wow. I'd love to hear that version.
Everybody's Talking, which was, of course, written by Fred Neil. I incorrectly, I think, said that he wrote that. Nilsson wrote it before. I was wrong. Okay, right. It is Fred Neil. But when it came out as a single,
Nilsson's version,
Nilsson's.
Butch Cassidy and the Sundance Kid took it.
Right. And so the thing is, it was a flop in the U.S. It actually was a minor hit in Canada when it came out in late 68. But yes, when Midnight Cowboy came out and took that song.
Oh, yeah, now Midnight Cowboy.
Landed in the top 10.
Midnight Cowboy.
Now, this album here is basically Nilsson with the Wrecking Crew. The Wrecking Crew are all over this thing. And so if you like Nilsson, you're going to know about this. If you really don't know anything about this, go listen to this on YouTube. I think you'll be pleasantly surprised.
It's a great album.
Over the last 5-6 years, I have begun to appreciate this man more and more.
John Lennon admired him so much. I mean, honestly, John Lennon seeked him out. That's how much John Lennon admired him.
John Lennon kept daring Harry to sing higher and scream, and that's
Well,
how
yeah,
he
but
fucked
just
up his
think,
voice for 3 years. So,
but think that's how like John Lennon admired an artist that he seeked out so he could meet him and
oh yeah,
and all that. You know what I mean?
The Beatles said in '68,
Kind of like the way Lennon seeked out Frank Zappa too.
yeah,
You know what I mean? He was attracted to like the different kinds of artists that he actually went and physically made as well known to them. You know, it's like,
yep.
and I'll tell you what, you know, I was looking at this day in music. There's some anniversaries of sorts today.
She was a hottie, wasn't she?
There were some famous gigs. Today was Kiss's first gig in 1973 as Kiss was today.
Oh shit! Wow.
Yep. The Bee Gees went in the studio and started recording Jive Talkin', which was the transformation of them going into disco, and Saturday Night Fever started today, was their transformation in 1975. But the big thing today was in 1969, today was the rooftop concert for Let It Be.
Yes.
So the anniversary of the concert is today. Nobody mentioned it. I like it, you know.
Well, we mentioned it now.
Now we got it. We got it covered. And there's a few birthdays today. We got Jody Wally, 1961. We got Phil Collins, 1951. We got Steve Marriott, 1947. We got Marty Ballin, 1942. So those are the ones that are of note.
Let's see here. I got something else I'm going to show you guys. 10 Little Indians, Nilsson song on Little Games LP, Yardbird with Jimmy Page. Okay, confirmed as Tears Go By, Marianne. Jimmy Page, 12-string. Excellent. Thank you for that piece of information. Jimmy was all over the place pre-Zeppelin. My God, him and John Paul Jones. That's your two, right? They would be all over the place on all different kinds of things. She was so striking, and Terry was hot. I would love to play that stuff. My favorite, probably, seriously, is Words. I love Words, and of course, Dale and Terry Bozzio, graduates from the school of Frank Zappa. That's right. But you know what? Speaking of Frank Zappa, I went. I kind of trimmed this since somebody brought this up earlier. I said trimmed.
My favorite Nilsson is Me and My Arrow.
He is a rock legend. He is terrific. His name is Frank Zappa.
Oh, nice. Wow,
1979 Zappa.
He looks good there.
Your new album called Chic Your Booty. Is that your new album?
One of my favorites.
Okay, that's good. I'm trying for another answer, okay? Now, wait,
it's that in Joe's Garage.
Everybody. This is fantastic.
Hard to tell.
Oh, yeah.
Love that record. Definitely. It's fantastic. It's a masterpiece to me.
Before we close the coffin. Okay, you ready to make me laugh? Yeah. Okay, the only rules are, Frank, I turn you around, face you towards the comedian. I'm going to say, what's the matter? Oh, hey! Hey, Frank, turn around. Got so excited. You're going to be playing.
Make me laugh, man. This show was great. I used to watch this all the time.
Please do that for me. Thank you. Look at that.
Remember
Great
Roger and Roger?
Yep.
Remember Roger? They were the best.
Diane DeVille, where are you? Diane DeVille? That's you? Diane.
Very. Diane's cute.
Yeah, she is.
Hello, Diane. Hey, listen, you can win some super prizes right now, and Johnny Gill is going to tell you what they are.
Well, just for playing
Johnny Gill.
This lucky member of our studio audience will receive a Dakota bedspread, very fluffy, beautifully designed in contemporary application.
Oh, there you go. You can get a Dakota bedspread.
Furnished by Dakota. If our celebrity should last longer than
What a
1 minute, we
bedspread.
will have Skyway's newest luggage for easier handling.
There
on
you
stairs,
go.
curbs,
There's a
and
whole
high
set of
places.
luggage.
Upright luggage on wheels, outdoor
But will the
trips,
Samsonite gorilla beat the shit out of it? Not you, Fred, the Samsonite
If our celebrity
gorilla.
lasts more than 2 minutes, we will also add the
I
roll of
could
the
see
original
Frank
concept
Zappa
by
lasting
Black
because he's a comedic guy himself, you know, like I can't see him busting out laughing.
There's a recliner right there.
Did you see this before?
Oh, a long time ago. You know what, kids? Once in a while, I can last an entire 3 minutes.
I mean, I never saw this. I mean, so you know the outcome of this episode. I don't know the outcome, but I'm saying I would think it would be hard to make Frank Zappa crack up. So that's my guess without knowing. Without knowing. See if I'm right.
Make me laugh. Let's go. So you're the king of rock and roll. There's something that you got to know. I gotta pay my rent, send my kids to school. If you don't laugh at me, I'm gonna feel like a fool, Mr. Rock and Roll.
Look at the look.
That's more funnier seeing him look, because he's not funny.
Yeah.
Yeah. Where'd you get those red socks? Doing great. My headman's big. Zaynard. Frank Zappa.
Oh no. Oh no, I remember this guy.
Well, Sarah, I am your fairy godfather. With me, with the kiss of death for me, you also get dinner and a movie. My son, the Tooth Fairy, has told me that you wish to be gay. Why have you come to me on the day of my show? Well, perhaps I'll have to make you an offer you'll have to refuse. At any rate, I have arranged for you to attend a ball tonight at the home of Don Barzini, the Gun Fairy. He lives with New York Bruce, or the Staten Island Fairy as he is known. You'll take a ride in a 43 Continental Pumpkin.
It wasn't funny though.
No,
I mean, these guys.
They didn't bring the A-team people from this show today. Oh God, Gallagher. Well, here you go. You get Mr. Watermelon Smush. Oh no. Oh no. Oh no.
Didn't you? Well,
Now that's pretty hard because it's funny.
You know, some foods will make you smart. You know that lecithin, they find it in eggs. You need 30 milligrams a day to be smart. Every egg has 1.2. Figure it out, man. You got to eat 2 dozen eggs to be smart. You got an exam, you got to have an omelet the size of a throw rug. But you know, you could just eat some of these eggs right here, you know. They're like bigger.
Oh dear God.
Then, of course,
I forgot about those.
a nice big egg.
Oh dear.
You know, you just take one of these, you put it in your frying pan.
Oh no. Look at him. He's like just so.
He's seen it all, though, man. Look at 200 Motels. Guy's been on acid trips and like he's done it all. You know, it's like you ain't gonna. I had a feeling about that. There's no way like you're gonna make a guy like Frank Zappa just cracking up laughing. He's seen it all.
But I wonder if anybody did. I wonder if there was anybody.
I'm sure in his real life, I'm sure he's seen some things that, you know, none of us have ever seen.
Frank. Miss you, Frank.
Yeah.
I really do.
Oh, yeah.
I can't believe it's been, God, like It'll be 32 years. It'll be this year. Shit.
Right.
The object of the game was to not laugh, which is true. $1 per second without laughing. Each comedian has to say, that's right. So, yeah.
Yeah.
But they did not bring their A team to that show.
No.
That day. There was better comedians.
I mean, Gallagher was funny,
And-
shaking his head. That's where I was like,
Well,
I
yeah,
thought it was funny.
Gallagher was a one-trick pony. His blow is sledge-o-matic, or in this case, egomatic. But yeah,
I'm trying to think. Like my favorite comedians are like, I mean, obviously I like George Carlin, and I like Robin Williams, and I like Jonathan Winters. But I love Red Fox. I thought Red Fox was phenomenal.
Oh, sure.
Stand-up comedian. Then there was a guy, Franklin AJ. Do you remember him?
Franklin AJ.
Black. He used to be on like Midnight Special.
Oh,
And
I probably saw him at one point.
he was excellent. He was a real he was kind of like a black Stephen Wright. You know, real
okay.
dry humor, incredible mind. I don't ever know whatever happened to that guy, but he was just phenomenal.
So I think I said that this weekend, Paul Rodriguez is in town. He'll be doing a couple of shows. Now,
nice.
I did find out, and I'm like, I don't know if I want to go to this or not, but I'm tempted. I found out in late June, Tom Arnold's going to be here for a couple of shows.
Oh, wow.
At the comedy club, and I'm going, oh my God, Tom Arnold.
Were you the one that mentioned, I think in Kentucky, I think Petra is doing like a reunion show or something.
No, I didn't, but I didn't know that.
Yeah,
I mean, I know Petra's doing their thing all around the country. Yes, I wish they could.
But I'm saying
here.
It's a special, like, I don't know, maybe it's an anniversary. You might want to look into it, because that's kind of like your neck of the woods. I think that would be something you might actually go to see.
I love that band. I love the Greg Voltz era and the
right
and the John Schlitt era. You know, I like both eras.
That's what I mean. You might want to look into it.
But I got to tell you something, right? So just because I say that, but see, Greg wasn't there from day one. Okay, they had other people trying to sing. And I hate to say this, but you know what? And I mean, I think the band itself has got to thank whoever was running A&M in 1973. I don't know if Herb Alpert was still had the controls on the thing or what. That first album, that debut album of theirs sucked. It really, really did. And I've heard it, although it's been since the 80s since I heard it. But I was like, what the hell garbage is this? And I'm like, and I mean, yeah, sure. After that first album, they started getting a little bit better, and each and every time before Greg showed up. But I'm just like going, you know, if I was A&M, I mean, this is how the proof is in the pudding. In the 60s and the 70s, the attitudes of the record companies were extremely different. They did actually require patience and believed that some bands would have to take 3, 4, 5, 6 albums before they would hit it big. Not since really the mid to late 70s has that attitude been there, because now it's like most bands were one and done, or if you were lucky to get a second album, good for you. Now, oh yeah, Frank. Okay, he was in.
Yeah, that's right. He was in Car Wash. You're right, John. Yeah.
So I'm gonna show you guys a record. Let's see. Maybe I can quick while somebody's talking here. Maybe I can pull a little taste of it, considering it was a private pressing and I shouldn't get nailed for it. But let's see, it was from the 80s, the early 80s. This they cut an album. So let's see if I can get a song. Oh no, I love that album, but that's not the same band I found out. Maybe I won't. Oh, here we go. I'm only going to give you a taste of this. A taste. So, the thing is that when I was growing up in the late 70s, there was a band that played in the garage around the corner from my house. Okay? I'm waiting for this Jackson Hewitt commercial to fucking shut up. All right. So, the band... And I'm surprised they put up with me being on the edge of the garage and listening. And sometimes they finally were like, come on, So I didn't go in the garage, but I was there at the door, And there was this, I'm going to make myself big. There was this band that, like any other town, big town that you lived in or whatever,
Right.
it was a big thing if you cut a record.
Oh, yeah, really?
It took me many, many years to find this damn thing. There was only, I'm told, between 500 and 1,000 copies.
Is that David Shire?
No, it is a prog rock band, or at least they tried, called Shire.
Oh, okay.
So imagine this is how they looked. All right, that was their logo and everything. Now, nobody gets out of this thing. Although I could have sworn that I have heard Robert Becker Meyer's name in something else in an Illinois band. I could be wrong. But what I'm going to go and do here, like I said, this is more prog rock stuff. But what's really neat, it says Shire Correspondence, Mother Hubbard Records. This was their own label, was Mother Hubbard Records. And this is what it would look like.
Oh, sure.
And it says limited edition, of course. Now, I don't know if this damn thing's worth anything on Discogs. I've got it because this is sentimental to me, because I heard these guys play. Not only that, they played a concert at a carnival in town, and my grandma put up with me wanting to go to this concert. Grandma went and shopped in the plaza while I'm sitting there listening to this damn thing. So the Shire Correspondence at that time was Mother Hubbard Records, 14 East Paddock Street, Crystal Lake, Illinois. Paddock Street, I lived on Williams. You walk a couple doors down, turn the corner, that's Paddock Street.
So that's real hometown band. That's
yeah. So just to give you a taste, the first cut is called Knights of Shire. And somebody's got this. This is courtesy of AOR Pompey's channel. All right. So here's at least a taste, because I'm not going to give you all 4.5 minutes. Oh, shit. Sorry, kids. Hang on a minute. That's Psycho's fault, because he kept himself big. My bad. All right. As I said, one of these days I'll be semi-professional. But here, of course, is what I'm talking about.
Nice. I like that.
1982.
Cool.
On Discogs, it says it's a $20, $30 album. That's cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I think of too about this.
Not bad.
Anyways, there's your taste of that. But then, see, then this kid. Now I'm 15 when this album comes out, right?
Okay.
So a few years later, I'm in another mom and pop type record store, and I end up finding another album under that name, and I'm going, wait a damn minute. Did they actually get to
really
get to be somewhere? And so this is why. Now, hang on, I'm trying to pull this up here. Okay, let's see if I can. Let's see. And the thing is, I kept saying to myself, I'm like, wait a damn minute. Did they change their image? Did they make, was this the same people? The only thing I could find out was that this band named Shire from 1987 was produced by Don Dokken. And I'm going, holy shit, they might have gotten somewhere. But I couldn't. I had an Vindaloo. Oh my God, I like that. That's funny. I had an accident in my pants 3 feet short of the toilet. So in other words, beep, Bobby Poopy. So
Mommy Poopy, Mommy. I'll never forget it.
Mama Poopy. But then we get to where this song did end up on the radio, I guess, in California, for you Californians out there. And I thought that this really was them. And I never could find a lineup card, so I'm assuming it's not. But I dug the song.
Girl, you've been so cruel, not untrue ways. Girl, I ain't no fool, don't want to play your games. Why are you so cold, trying to be a friend? Love's not bought or sold, it's something you can't lend. Before too long, I'll be gone. You better change your ways before you're all alone. All alone. You're all alone. All alone. All alone. You are alone. Going on and on. Will you ever stop telling all those lies, thinking you're so hot? Lights just fade away, slowly turn them down.
Anyways, there's your taste. I see what you dropped. Let's
see. Yeah, I just put it. Yeah, look at this. This is a band, just like what you were saying about Shire.
Wait a minute. Yes, go on.
This band, I saw this band open up for Stryper, and they only put out a local demo, and then they wound up getting signed to a major label. They changed their name and didn't play any of these songs, which I love these songs. I put these like up against some of the best hair metal bands.
Mello? Hang on a minute, Mello. Let me get some.
Don't tell me you got this record. Do you got it?
Just give me a minute, Mello, okay?
Okay. Oh, okay. Time to do another song. Since you love the first one so much, I think I'll bring out another one. Oh, man. Ah.
All right. Anyways, so here's the story I have for you. That's too funny that you show me this band. Because the fact of the matter is this. I went to a garage sale. Actually, yeah, I went to a garage sale here in Northwest Arkansas a couple of years back. And in that box, I found a band called Tease with that spelling and that look on that show, on this video that you're showing.
It's a color. It's a color cover.
No, it's not.
No, it's black and white.
Black and white. Now,
oh, it's that. There's two different pressings. There's like a demo version and then a real version that they went and redid on their own label.
Crazy. This thing was crazy looking. I'll have to dig it out sometime. But I couldn't believe I found it, along with a record by a band called Saint, which for some reason I think had involvement in Rockford, Illinois. When I found that Saint album, I'm like, wait a minute, somebody was living in Illinois that came down here. A lot of people from Illinois live down here, believe it or not. But when I found those, I 50 cents a piece. I bought this damn thing. So I'll try to find that album by the next show if I can.
Did you listen to it?
No.
Did you listen? Oh, it's great.
So we're
dude.
going to
It's
hear.
excellent.
That's what we're going.
And you know what? They were from Philadelphia. They're Philadelphia band. Yeah, localized.
Did not know that.
And they opened up for Stryper under Soldiers Under Command tour.
I like.
They were there. Oh, they were great. I put them up against Motley Crue.
The one
I would put them
Eric Carr.
Listen to this. Very raunchy. Very raunchy. He sounds like Vince Neil a little bit. Their whole album was really good. Every song on there had a catch hook.
Everything you do gives me satisfaction. Never get me coming fast. Always make the fun relief. I'm looking for you. I'm looking for action.
I like that, man, a lot.
Keeping my eyes out all night long. Yeah, we have to, we can't go wrong. Been hoping for you to come my way. Now you're here and you're my slave.
That's too funny, Mello.
No, I'll tell you what. They
did a song called
They went on and got signed. They changed their name and everything. I'll tell you after we're done.
1983, they did a song called Sadist of Love, and it was on the WYFE Rockford, Illinois Rock to Riches album.
They did get a little heat. I mean, they got on a national almost level because they were getting on the radio circuit, but when they got signed, they changed their name, their look, and their sound completely, like kind of Pantera did. Pantera was glam, and then when they got signed, they went to Cowboys from Hell. You know, like they got heavy. Well, Tease became the band Rough House. If you ever heard of Rough House, I think on Sire Records, they put out their first record in the 90s, and they were a 90s alternative band.
Yeah.
Look up Rough House. That's this band. And I think it's all the original members, too. It's the same guys. And when I saw them, they were everybody's outfit was like shredded materials. It was just tassels everywhere, man. Kind of the way like Dee Snider wore tassels. Their whole outfits were them tassels everywhere. Different shreds and like very glam, very glam. I put them like across from Motley Crue and Twisted Sister. And a little bit of Rat.
This is too funny, Mello. I'm looking up something. There was another Tease.
Oh yeah, with an A. With an A in it.
No, Teeze.
Oh, really?
Hard rock band, glam hair metal from Lake in the Hills, Illinois, which is like the next town south of Crystal Lake.
That's crazy.
In 90.
What?
So that explains a bunch of different things. So they didn't
This
know
came out. This came out in 1984. Because I saw Stryper in 85, and they were the opening band.
Not sure.
But there was another Tease that had Teaze. If you look that up.
A bunch of different Tease. There was a band from Detroit called the Almighty Strut, very similar to that. Sounds cool too.
There you go.
And
did you like that?
I did. That kind of teased me for more Tease. Now listen, ladies and gentlemen, please like and subscribe if you haven't done that already. And you know what? All of this here was
2 hours. Wow.
2 hours of one.
That's incredible. Hey, hit that like.
I really appreciate you guys being here. I do love you guys. I know that I don't have
love everybody.
as I normally do. I don't know what broadcasts are out tonight, but it doesn't matter. Everybody's having fun. And you know what? We will be back again early this coming week. I am going to probably do a small, maybe a Jukebox from Hell video in the next couple days also. But we will be back again probably.
I had fun doing this just
Monday night or Tuesday night. We'll do one. But until then, everybody, this is the most important fact, other than always powered by my coffee each and every time, yes, I am planning on getting some clearance coffee tomorrow. But the other fact that is the biggest of Psycho's Platters is a Love Peace production.